I was trying to make a grand entrance. Hey guys, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Miss Mbogwa, and on today's video, it's gonna be like an update of what has been really going on, and also it's gonna be a story time. I just remembered that story today, and I was like, you know what, I just like sharing like some funny stories that of like things that I've been through with my friends. And yeah, so you guys, you're not gonna believe what happened. So if you watched my last video, like a day in my life, you guys know that I had an issue with my car. I took my car to the mechanic. It had issue with the AC, summertime, and everything was Gucci. Guys, you remember how I was telling you that I was feeling sad without even knowing why I was feeling sad? And then I was like trying to be positive and like encourage you guys at the same time encouraging myself. You guys are not gonna believe what happened. Oh my gosh. I got in a very bad accident. Like a few days after that, I was driving, but I had also like some passengers in the car. So someone hit me on the rear side of the passenger seat. So I had 3 people at the back, and he hit me with such a hard impact that I like spiraled out of the road, and I like hit the cars that were parked on the side of the road. The front of my car was like damaged. One of the passengers at the back, where like the car that hit us, where the impact was, she had to be rushed to the hospital. I wasn't hurt, thank God, and the 2 other people in the car were not hurt either. Thank you, Jesus. And she was okay after that, but my car was totaled. I'm talking like I can't use that car. Boy, I can't use that car. Like that car is done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Guys, I wanted to cry. Like I came home that day, like my friend came and gave me a ride. And I just came in the house and I was just like, I just got myself a bottle of wine. I took some wine, I watched some TikToks, and I was like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this today. I'm not dealing with this today. I will visit this topic tomorrow. And then I had like 2 days, and I was just thinking and thinking. I was like, I can choose 2 things. I can either choose to be sad, like really sad about like how I was feeling, like me trying to like cheer myself up to like feel better about like life in general, and then for that to happen and not knowing like how long it was gonna take, and like I was like, it was a lot, but I was like, you know what, let me come up with a plan B real quick of what I am able to do. And listen, I'm gonna leave everything else to God, and that is what I did. It could have been way worse, like if I was taken like to the hospital, if maybe like I broke some bones or I got in a really bad accident, or if I was in a coma. Like those are serious issues. But a car, like those things happen all the time, okay? So yeah, that's just the update, but everything else has been chill. Things have been good. God has been so good to me. But today I want to give you guys a story time. So many years back, I was in the 2nd year of high school. We had closed school, and so my mom and my dad used to come home together. And on this day, and usually when they came, either of us used to go and open the door. They opened the gate for them, okay? So but this day they came with a lady. They came with a lady. I don't know why I'm going back there, because even the story of this lady is just, anyway, it will all make sense, okay? Trust the process. So they came with this lady that we've never seen before, and she looked young. So how old was I? I think I was like 14. I was 14, yeah. And this lady was about 17. Yeah. She was carrying a luggage. Like she looked like she had come to visit us, but we've never seen her before. I was like, My dad introduced her and told me like, just go and show her where she can keep her stuff and just make her feel comfortable. Okay, so that's what I did. She wasn't even talking to me, and I wasn't even like talking to her, but I went back to my mom and I was like, who is this girl? Like I've never seen her before. Is she like part of our family that maybe we've never met? My mom was like, your dad found this girl by the road. She like explained to them how, I don't know, was she chased from home? I can't remember what she said, but I think my dad was like, he kind of like felt bad for her because he had like a daughter who was like almost the same age, and he didn't want to leave her outside there at night. So apparently she was supposed to stay with us for like as long as she needed to, until she could find like a place to go to. Guys, when I tell you, this girl like stayed with us for like months, and we became like sister. And she became like a sister that I've never had. She used to tell me all these things that she's done, of this place that she's visit, all the boyfriends that she's had, and I was like, I thought she was the coolest girl ever. Don't forget, my dad is extremely strict. One Sunday, she told me that one of her ex-boyfriends want to meet her. Okay, so it was before the Sunday, and she was like, maybe we can go and meet him in Nairobi. Nairobi is like the CBD area, and it was like, I think it was like 15 minutes from where we used to live back then. So we were like, okay, do you think like we should go like in the like maybe like early afternoon, maybe noon, spend like the afternoon there and get back home like early on, because we knew our parents were not gonna be home, but they could come home anytime in the evening, and we didn't want. Ooh, hey, my dad was fire, and it was, my dad had always been very protective. For those of you who don't know, anyway, I lost my dad last year. Okay, so he had always been very like overprotective of me, overprotective. Oh my guys, I'm telling you, like, we used to go for family reunions and functions, and he couldn't even let me spend a night in my cousin's or aunt's place, like, and I couldn't be outside at night. That man was strict. Anyway, I said, you know what, we're going to bend the rules, not break the rules, just bend the rules a little bit. She told this guy about me, and I remember we kind of like talked on the phone like a few days before. This lady had assured me that we didn't have to pay anything, like he was going to treat us like royalty. You're telling a 14-year-old, and I knew that when I went to school, my classmates would be, I'd be like, what were you doing on your vacation? Do you want to hear what I did? So anyway, the day came, and we were looking amazing. At least that's what we thought. And so we put on like our skimpy, not really skimpy, but you know, like clothes that we usually wouldn't wear if like our parents were around. So we get there. The guy is kind of cute, yeah? We meet him at the restaurant, and he's like, you guys can order whatever you want. I was like, bestie, you bagged yourself a baller, because we are balling today, okay? Let's call my friend Joanne. I don't know why I didn't give her a name. And let's call this guy Jonte, because he sounds like he just acted like a Jonte. I'm not talking a lot. I'm just saying like one word responses, but they are both having like a full-blown conversation. I think they were just catching up and stuff. So he starts talking to us, but I've always been a very good judge of character, and I could tell that this guy had intentions. He had that look on his face, because even the way he was looking at me, I wasn't 100% comfortable knowing that they used to date with this girl. You know what I mean? But I wasn't concerned about it. I was just there for a good time, not a long time. So anyway, we order our food. The food comes, and I remember, just because I'm trying not to like listen to their conversations, and even though we're on the same table, so I'm trying to like, you know how it is, like, especially when you're that young, you're like, it's like you're acting like you don't want to listen to their conversation even though you guys are on the same table. But I remember this girl telling him, "Ay apana." Ay apana in Swahili means no. Hey, she kept saying, "Ay apana." But this guy, the way he's talking, it's like he's whispering. I can't really tell what he's telling my friend. So I look at my friend, and my friend is like, he wants us to go to a club close to where he lives. And I was like, are you mad? This is already testing the devil. Like, whatever we're doing now, being in town, meeting men, is testing the devil. Drink? Oh, no. Never. And she was like, yeah, that's what I'm telling him. Like, we can't do that. So the guy is like, okay, it's your choice. And so he asked us, like, what's your plan after this? So the girl was like, okay, yeah, so maybe we could go, like, to the stores, check out, like, you promised us, like, you would take us shopping. You promised us that you would take us shopping. The guy was like, okay, cool. We were like halfway, me and Joanne. Jonte was already done. I remember him telling us, okay, so you guys, let me take a call real quick. You see where I'm heading? Do you see where this Jonte is? Do you see where Jonte is taking the story? Anyway, he's like, let me take this call. Let me take this call real quick, and maybe by the time I'm back, you guys can we can leave. Okay, and we're like, okay, cool. So we start talking, and he's like, so what do you think about him? So when Jonte leaves, so Joanne turns to me, what do you think about him? I was like, oh, first of all, he's very cute and he got money. Oh my god, I think today is gonna be good, but we gotta make sure that we're going home early. Finished eating, and we just waited for the guy, and we realized it's been almost 30 minutes since he left. And actually, we're not even like worried or anything. So my friend was like, okay, let me call him now and tell him we're done, since like the table was cleared and the check, we asked for the check, so he can just come pay and then we can go. She called him the first time and he was like, okay, I'm coming. Okay, no worries. And then he took another 10 to 15 minutes. And you know how, like, we didn't mind sitting there because we were just like chatting. But you know how these servers are, like, you guys are done eating, you ask for the check, you guys to go. So the guy is not showing up. And then now she tried calling him, he didn't pick up. And she texted him, okay, wait, we need to go. Don't forget, this guy said he was going to cater for everything. I was in high school. She was living in our place. Obviously, she wasn't being paid. We were in the same boat. Like, we started panicking. So, turns out that my friend had some money in the M-Pesa, like 3/4 of the money. So she called our server, thank God he was a guy, and told him like about what happened, and she convinced him. I knew 100% that was gonna be our day to like chonga viazi. So chonga viazi, for those of you who don't know, back in Kenya, I don't know if they still do that, like, but I know a while back, if you couldn't pay for a check in a restaurant, they used to let you finish everything, give you aprons, and just direct you to the kitchen so you can start peeling the potatoes, cleaning the dishes. So guys, the biggest challenge was getting home, my friend, and it's still getting late. We're just looking at each other and we don't know what to do. We don't have any fare to get us back home. I kept asking her, don't you have anyone, like, don't you have any of your boyfriends that you tell me that are rich that can send you some money? She's like, I don't have. So we're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start begging for like the bus fare in the streets, on the streets of Nairobi. Have you ever seen two divas begging for a fare? Let me show you guys what we were doing. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So we would be standing like, cause people like, it's on the streets, right? And we used to go in turns. So we were like, look at that, the guy approaching us. He looks like he's a nice guy. Go tell him to give you some money. Like, go and tell him, like, go and lie to him. Because we're not going to tell anyone. We're not going to tell anyone that we came to town to see a man, and then that man left us with a bill, and now we don't know what to do. We need to... It's Nairobi, okay? It's Nairobi. Anyway, so we were just on the side, like, we were wearing, like, short dresses. And you know, back at home when they see you in short dresses, back then they're thinking like you have some motives, like you're looking for men or something. It's kind of like prostitution anyway, let me put it that way. So we used to tell each other, now it's your time to go and ask for money. And you know me with my face, I look very innocent. Hi, how are you? My name is... And people are scared because like you can't go and face people that you don't know like this and ask for money. Are you mad? They'll think like you're one of those people who have like this charm, like when you talk to someone, it's like voodoo. They start following you and you take all their money. You can't trust anyone in Nairobi. So like, hi, how are you? My name is Caroline. I came to meet my mom. I'm from this part of town. Then they will leave. Even some people, like when you go to meet some, like when you go to talk to some people, like they jump. Like, huh? Why are you so close to me? Are you mad? We struggled. Man, we begged for like 2 hours. Finally, God sends an angel in disguise. So, we see this guy walking. He looks like a Christian, at least from the way he's dressed. Don't ask me to like describe like how he was dressed up, but he just looked like a Christian. You know how those Christian, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I was like, you know what? It is by force, by fire. It was her turn to go and approach someone. So she went to this guy, and you know, most of them, you like, immediately we told them that we needed help. They would not even spend seconds with you. But this guy, for some reason, they started talking. And then this guy got back and started looking at my friend from like head to toe, head to toe, head to toe. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. I was just like, oh, I hope this one goes through. He moved to the side, away from where people were walking, from the traffic, and he does this to me. So me, let me show you how it went. So I'm just like, he does this. And he's short, guys. He was like, I think he was my height. My friend was tall, and he was my height. He's a short man, just like. So me, going to high heels, I go there. When I tell you, guys, that guy gave us lecture for 1 whole hour. 1 whole hour. My friend, 1 whole hour. And he gave us 100, like he gave us the exact fare for like 2 hours ago. He was like, that's very responsible of you. No. Hey, don't forget we were lying to him. And he was just like, I know people like, guy, Jesus Christ. You know, but we were desperate. There's nothing we could do. We had to stand there and just look down and be like, yeah, it's true, you're right. It was very irresponsible of us. Anyway, so he gave us the money. We ran to get the matatu. Matatu is like the bus. And he had given us like less money to what they were charging then. And remember, we couldn't wait any longer, because that meant like waiting for another hour. So we just spoke to like the what do you call them, conductor, and told him that we were going to sit on each other and he could take like the whole amount. Okay, like charge us for one person, because I was gonna sit on my friend and then he could take the extra money. Like that's just how bad it was. Guys, we got home, and by luck, like I'm telling you, like we got home, we changed really fast, and then I'm telling you, less than 20 minutes later, my parents were home. My parents were home. I remember Joanne was just cussing out this man, like he's going to pay for everything. He's going to pay for what? Where? We paid for this month's food. He wasted our time. We were humiliated. We were embarrassed. Since then, in my young age, I have never gone to any date without my own money. Like I'm telling you, first of all, there was no reason why I took 2 sodas, and there was no reason why I had 3 sausages and chicken, and that was just being greedy. For those of you who go out on these dates with this man and you think they're going to take care of you, if they don't have it their way, and or if they can see signs and symptoms, that they're not going to have their cake and eat it too. Wah! Ha! You'll be in the same situation. So anyway, guys, that's the story time. If you want to hear more of my crazy stories, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, and please, if you're new or if you enjoy my content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? And also the notification bell, that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. I've been really inconsistent, but I'm getting back there. Yeah, we're doing much better. So that's it from me, guys, and until next time, nawapenda sana, bye.